Hello, hello, buddy boys. We're going to be reacting to the PS5 Pro technical presentation because honestly, I have some I have some things to say about this because honestly, gaming, man. All right, let's do this.
Lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table. 8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds.
I want to play Dynasty Warriors. Oh my god, I want to play that game. I need to at some point.
120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore.
Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely lovely, gorgeous
allows
game.
For dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass, and the realism.
Actually, you notice that they're showing like a lot of PS4 games, right?
Custom
now they're showing PS5 stuff, but before I was like PS4 like stuff that got ported to the PS5.
And data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
You okay? I'm working on it.
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of games. With
gorgeous game that I should play at some point. Oh my god, there's a lot of games I need to catch up on.
To know exactly where they
Eternal.
are. Finally,
very fun, freaking
controller has haptics
rogue shooter.
Feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second.
God, this game's so good.
Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved.
Okay, so hold up. I will say, normally I don't give a crap. All I care about is good gameplay. But yeah, okay, you can kind of see fidelity, performance, less grass. It's less beautiful. Her back of her head maybe might be a little fuzzier. I might just be gaslighting myself. I might be capping right now. I don't know, but still, you can definitely tell less grass though. But at the end of the day, how many people actually notice this stuff when you're actually in the middle of playing the game? I don't know. Like, I'm too busy worrying about the enemies jumping towards me trying to end my life than worrying about how clean cut the grass is. Maybe that's just me, but all right. That's all I want to say.
When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR.
Also known as PSSR.
PSSR
because that is a very unfortunate
images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing. with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare.
I really wish they weren't showing like old games,
which is
though.
only running at 30 frames per second and is
okay.
Much choppier.
So normally I'm not the type of person who will see like 60 FPS, 30 FPS. At least when I'm not focused on it. You can kind of see the difference. You can see the difference when you're like actually focused and thinking about it. At least I can. I know some people are very, very picky about that stuff.
You can see that PS5 Pro is close
but again,
to
I don't know. It's just like,
PlayStation 5.
Is it really worth the price tag?
Another way to compare the two
700 bonos, man.
PS5 Pro versus performance mode on PS5.
In this freaking economy,
both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer.
What? Okay, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Okay, it's clear right here, I guess. So here, nice and clean. You can see the audience that you care nothing about. Hooray! I guess. This has more detail right here. Who is noticing this in the middle of a game? Okay. Photo mode, I guess. Yeah, photo mode, and I guess if you're playing games like Ghost of Tsushima, there's moments where you just sit there, you want to stare at the scenery, be like, man, this is so gorgeous. But I don't know, like, really, we're kind of at that point where you can only go so far with graphics enhancement. This is, we're definitely reaching that point. It's not as great as it used to be. Just things are more crisp, I guess. Yay.
And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
Again.
So overall, some remarkable improvements.
Wait, hold on. Hold up.
Cars.
Am I losing my mind? No, okay. For a second, I thought this was the PS5 Pro. I was like, why does it look? I don't know. It looked better to me for some random reason. No, I'm definitely gaslighting myself. Okay, yeah, you can see right here, the leaves are less blurry. Yeah, that's the only thing it's not worth it. It's not worth it in my opinion. Okay, I'm sorry.
Including the trees and procedural cars.
God. Glasses on and glasses off. That's what you see. Glasses on,
PS5
glasses
Pro,
off.
You can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the big three showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. George.
I'm sorry.
Good enough for me.
I don't need to see the pores of my freaking characters. I don't need that type of graphics. It's already realistic enough.
Particularly when the games are focused on.
Honestly, I might be on there, like on the other side of this, like
Pro
wrong side of history on this.
Allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay.
The more I look at this, the more how the PS5 Pro is just supposed to be a graphics upgrade. Or the cost of it. I just have to ask myself, who is this for?
Hogwarts Legacy. Allowing not only for better
especially
reflection,
even worse, like, again, they're showing a lot of PS4 titles or something that's supposed to be like PS5 Pro, showing the greatest of the strongest that the PlayStation can reach. You're showing old games, yay, graphical upscaling.
It's the most
what you should be showing is maybe, if they want to show something, they need to show like Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Let me
straight up
by giving you a quick
show me Final Fantasy 7 cracking Rebirth. That game was probably pushing the PS5 to its limit. Demon Souls, that's a freaking powerhouse. If you want to show old games, Ghost of Tsushima. All right, let's see what they're showing. Let's see. They're doing a little showcase. I'm just saying, there's games out there that'll probably be like, oh shit. Yeah, okay, see this. So they should, okay. Well, They definitely didn't show the best of Rebirth.
It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Demon Souls.
Did I do it?
High Ratchet.
Is this? What's with all the neon?
Oh, new Assassin's Creed game. That was new. That's some Harry Potters. Harry and the Potters. Yeah, I get to see every pore of your skin. Oh my god, that's what I'm looking for. Dragon's Dogma, Patrol. It's okay. Like, I'm very whelmed. I'm Jesus. Okay, now I'm overwhelmed with that price point. Oh my god, dude, why is this worth 700 bonos? Why? Vertical stand sold separately, and for those who don't know, disc drive sold separately. So you're looking at spending definitely more than this. Just tack on a nice little. Let's just tack on 100 to that right there. Just about. No, wait, no, I'm sorry. Because I think the vertical scan is $30. $130 adds to this freaking price point. We're not even gonna get into taxes because that's gonna freaking rob your wallet at gunpoint. Like, ah, my gosh, no, this is not it. This is definitely not it. This system is going to be sold to people who just like have money to burn, in my opinion. We are at the point where Sony is just getting too big for their britches. It's just like, let's just do the bare minimum. Let's do the bare minimum. People like graphics, right? I don't know, it feels out of touch. I could be wrong though. Maybe we'll see once we hear like about pre-orders, and not for scalpers. Because you know there are gonna be freaking scalpers out there and be like, you want the PS5 Pro? You're gonna have to pay $2,000 because let me see. How long was it since the PS5 itself was scalped for? It was hold on. I'm gonna look that mug up. I'm looking that mug up. So let's see, like since 2020. So since November 12, 2020. People have been struggling to get a PS5 for at least 3 years because of scalpers. And they're gonna be trying to do it again with the PS5 Pro, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't gonna be nearly as efficient as it was with the PS5. Everybody was scrambling to get a PS5. I doubt there's gonna be people trying to hit that freaking PS5 Pro. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And then there's people who are trying to like say, oh, but what is it? The PS3. Was it Ridge Racers? This is from No Clip Game History. Yeah, everybody remember this? Everybody remember this? Where is it? Where is it? Everybody remember this? If you if you were born in the 90s, you definitely remember this mug. The PlayStation 3
via a 2 configuration plan. One with a 60 gigabyte hard drive disk and the other with a 20 gigabyte hard drive. PlayStation 3 will ship in Japan on November 11th, 2006. In Japan,
open
the
price.
20 gigabyte
Jesus
PlayStation
Christ.
3 will retail for 59,800 yen. And the 60 gigabyte PlayStation 3 will have an open price, which the retailers will set. In North America, the PlayStation 3 will be available at retail on November 17th, 2006.
Yeah, there it goes.
The 20 gigabyte PlayStation 3 will retail for
freaking dollars for the PS3. Now, mind you though, that was crazy. That was a crazy price. We roasted the crap out of this man. We roasted the crap out of this man. But you know what? Now that I look back on it, perhaps I was too harsh on him. Because let me tell you right now, for the PS3, you got so much more bang for your buck than compared to the PS5 Pro. What did you get? You got a Blu-ray drive, which were going around for like $1,000 back then. Maybe there were some cheaper ones, I'm sure, but the fact that it came in with a gaming console was amazing. You came in with a disc drive. You had to buy a PS5 freaking Pro disc drive separately. Makes no sense. 60 gigs hard drive space. back then you weren't really installing like 400 terabytes Call of Duty bullcrap, so honestly, it wasn't that bad. Not only that, it came with the hardware itself. It came with multiple USB slots, a little tray in here that held like either for your memory card for your PS2, and I think it had some other USB slots or maybe like a memory slot card. It was something weird like that, but it had a little tray. It had additional stuff. You got your bang for your buck. Not to mention, the most important part was it was backwards compatible with all the previous PlayStation freaking hardware. PlayStation 3, you can play PlayStation 3. You play PlayStation 2. You play PlayStation 1. All of this was on the PS3. You got your money's worth. And you know what? I got this damn system. I was happy to have this PS3 fat, because it was a goddamn good system. I wish the hardware was just a little bit better, because unfortunately mine's overheated, so I lost it. I lost this beautiful system and I haven't got another one. I'm stuck using my PS3 and my older generation system. But either way, PS5 Pro is not backwards compatible.
What the fuck?
It doesn't come with a disc tray. You have to freaking buy a stand so you can have it sit vertically up, because that thing is a big old beast of a freaking system. All you get for the PS5 Pro is some graphics updates. You can play your games and you can play your freaking PS4 games at 60 freaking FPS. And apparently not all of them. And AI upscaling for more resolution. It's not worth it. Sony has lost their damn minds. That, in my opinion, it's just an opinion of a freaking gamer, because honestly, that's all I've been about. I'm a gamer. I love games. I love playing games. I've been born and raised on games. Even this character, this avatar that I'm using right here, I wanted to make a video game character instead of being like a anime VTuber that you see most people like. I want mine to be more like a video game character instead. But yeah, I love games. I will always love games. I need to start playing more games on this freaking channel, and I plan to. But yes, just seeing what's going on with the PS5 Pro and seeing how Sony has the audacity to make the damn system $700 and exclude the disc tray is absolutely insanity, in this one's opinion. Absolute insanity. No reason for it. Shouldn't be that way. I don't know what to say. Honestly, it's probably, like, in my opinion, it feels like it's being made towards content creators and people who are just absolutely in love and just absolute Sony could do no wrong, those type of people. That's what it's made for. Honestly, if you have the money for it, I suggest saving it for the PS6 or probably for the Switch 2, which is probably gonna blow this dang this whole conference right here out of the water. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, in my opinion. But you know what? You do you, boo-boo. You do you over there. I do my stuff over here. I'm not spending $700 on a goddamn console that doesn't have the basic bare minimum of having a goddamn disc tray. That's just my opinion on it. I just wanted to say that because honestly, it's crazy that Sony has done this. It's crazy that they're getting roasted on Twitter, but I'm worried that it still will sell very well in the market. Just because, you know, most people aren't online all day. You know, you get that? Most people aren't just consuming social media or, you know, just being on the internet in general, just constantly. Yeah, the internet's boring, blah, 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 but not everybody lives on it. So people are just gonna be like, oh, it's the PlayStation. Little Timmy's gonna love this for Christmas, and they just buy it. Yeah, that's how I see it. But hey, if you got a different opinion on this, maybe you got your own choice words to say so in the comments down below. Just go ahead, hit me up. Just say, hey, Gail, shut the frick up, freight bastard. And to you, I say, hey, first of all, thank you for the comment. 2, love you. Like, subscribe, or just, you know, just hit the notification bell. Do you or not, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I just love games. I hope you guys love games. I need to start playing more games on the channel. I hope I see you guys again soon. Till then, you guys have a good one, and I'm out. Ciao, ciao.